Hello, Dr. Ashley Oxner here. I wanted to share with you some information about one of the most popular questions I get, and that is on the topic of supplements. People these days are bombarded by supplement advertisements, multi-level marketing campaigns and companies, and this is best, that is, no, not that, this. So we have this complete and total confusion. So I wanted to kind of clear the air, simplify this a little bit today, and give you my top 5 supplements that you should be consuming on a regular basis. The last 2 of those 5 are kind of for more special situations. However, those first 3, they're going to be applicable for everybody. So here we go. The first one that we're going to talk about on the top of the list here is vitamin D3. So as you can see on the screen here, I've got 3 different supplements there. I've got a liquid version from Designs for Health. I've got a capsule version from Designs for Health. And then I have a specialty version that we private label. Let me tell you about each of these. So first and foremost, this one here, the liquid. This is a hypoemulsy D3. So what that means is it's highly bioavailable, meaning you can absorb it and your body uses it really well. However, the other thing about it is it's high potency. So that's the hypo. So the potency of this, every single drop is 1,000 IUs. So you can deliver a lot of quality vitamin D3 to your body with this particular supplement because of that fact. So never forget either the big benefits when we talk about vitamin D3 is immune system, cancer protection. There's so many things, strong bones, just healthy skin, gland function, all these benefits, but majorly the immune system. So this particular supplement, the Vitamin D Supreme from Designs for Health, I wanted to highlight because that's a 5,000 IU supplement. And for most people, adults and older teenagers, 5,000 IUs a day is a great maintenance dose to keep your vitamin D levels up. So this particular supplement is high grade, very absorbable, and also is combined with some vitamin K, which is many other benefits as well, but when you put the 2 together, it's a big time bonus. Now this one, this third one that I wanted to highlight is very unique, okay? And the unique factor comes in at this, because every single pill is 50,000 IUs. So this is a high dose, all right? This is super high dose, and we use this not on a day-to-day basis, but for instance, when a person gets tested for vitamin D and their levels, and they're extremely low, this is a very effective way to get that level up into that 60 to 80 range where we want it quickly. So it also can be used, and we have a sheet that we can provide you, and we'll actually have a link to, and you can download on vitamin D dosage to help when you're ill. So if you're currently fighting an illness, plenty of research to show that if you hyperdose vitamin D3 during that illness, you can actually knock it out way quicker. So this allows you to do that without swallowing the whole bottle or drinking that other whole bottle. And you can save those for your either your kids or yourself and your maintenance dose, and then this one is going to be saved for special occasions, those times when you need those hyper doses, okay? So vitamin D3, can't say enough about that one. All right, and next on the list here are our omegas. So omegas have gotten a lot of press about how important they are. And when we talk about omegas, we are speaking specifically about your essential fatty acids, your EFAs. So a couple of supplements I'm extremely excited about, one in particular because of the application when we talk about children, when we look at these. So the one on the left here that you're seeing on your screen there is our Omega Synergy, and that's by Designs for Health. So the Omega Avail Synergy has a power-packed delivery system, and what this synergy means is it's not just omega-3s, because a lot of times people dose too much and consume too many omega-3s, and they throw out their ratio of what we want to have from omega-6 to omega-3. So you want to have that right ratio. So the synergy component of this is the fact that we've actually got omega-3, 6, 7, and even 9 fats in this product, so it's extremely balanced way to get your omegas when we talk about all of them. And they're delivered in the right dosages and ratios, which is powerful. So super clean, non-toxic, certified, doesn't have mercury or anything like that. So never skimp on your omega supplements, because guess what? If you get the cheap stuff, without a doubt, you're getting toxins, and you're going to usually metals like mercury. So you want to make sure they're highly certified, clean, good supplements when we talk about omegas. Now this other one here, this is by far my favorite that Designs for Health has just come out with. It's the Omega Avail Citrus Sorbet Smoothie. Now they've got a few flavors. This is just one of those flavors, but by the way, it's my favorite, and my kids. But the beautiful thing about this is, while it's not made to deliver all of the omegas, it is made to deliver the omega-3, which is really the big benefactor when we talk about cardiovascular health, we talk about brain health and things of that nature. For kids, this is a fabulous product. Literally, you just put it in the fridge. It tastes wonderful chilled. Put it on a little spoon down the hatch. Phenomenal. So this is one of the best ways to deliver this. They actually think it's like an orange sherbet. It tastes literally like ice cream. It's nuts, but delivers high quality, clean omega-3s to the patient. So it's not just for kids. Adults can take it too. But case in point, great products. Get your omegas. Help your brain health. Help your cardiovascular health for the long run. All right, now, number 3 on our list, probiotics. So your gut, your digestive tract is made up of bugs. There's a battle and a war going on. There's good bugs or germs, and there are bad bugs and germs that enter the body. So what we want to do is keep what we call the biotic state, the biosis, in the right ratio of good to bad. So meaning the good are keeping the bad at bay. So with that being said, you've got to have the right good bacteria in your gut. And you can get a lot of these from your diet, yes. Things like fermented foods, kimchis, kefirs, and things of that nature. Even yogurt has the cultures in it, and so on. However, from a supplementation standpoint, probiotics are a great way to enhance your gut health and the balance in your gut. So I wanted to talk to you about probiotics, and there's 3 key things you need to understand, because number 1, probiotics, when you bought just off the shelf at Walgreens or wherever you go, if you get the cheap stuff and it's on a shelf, to start with, that's a red flag, because most likely most of those bugs in that bottle are dead because it's room temperature. So there's 3 things that probiotics need to survive to be able to be effective in your body. All right. The first one is heat. So when we talk about heat, I'm talking about just room temperature heat. So the probiotics that we sell and carry in this clinic are delivered cold, and they're stored cold and then given to the patient cold. And even when you order through our online store, they're shipped to you cold. That's because that keeps them viable and alive. So important to keep in mind. So we will need to survive heat. The second thing they need to survive is light. So you want to look at the bottle that they come in and where they're stored and how they're stored. So if you get probiotics in a clear bottle, obviously light is going to be getting to them, and that can affect their functionality and their ability to be used in the body. And then the third thing they need to survive is the actual digestive tract. They need to get to your colon to make the difference. That's where you want them. You don't want them in the upper GI, right? You want them in the lower GI. So to deliver that many is key. So you hear and see a lot of different things on probiotics when you talk about how many strains, and you talk about how many billion strains are in each one. Well, more importantly is not how many's in here, but how many actually make it to your gut. And that's why I'm such a big fan of these 2 particular supplements, because they are designed, as you can see, dark glass bottle. These are cold. I just pulled them out of the fridge to shoot this video, and they're going right back in. And they're also designed with the capsule and the sphere, and this one specifically, the dairy-free version, to make it through the digestive tract, survive that, so it can deliver everything to the gut. Now these are a 15 billion strain count is what we've got in that, and almost all of them are going to make it there. Whereas if you take sometimes a powder and it's say an 85 billion or even 100 billion strain and it's a powder, many of them don't make it. And there's actually some research that shows putting good things in the wrong place can be problematic. So you want to be able to, you want to watch out for that. So where I'm going with this is very simple. I like this one, the Probiotics Supreme DF, the 15 billion, for therapeutic dosing, for usage in cases where we've got a completely imbalanced gut. This thing works phenomenal. Now, when we just talk on a maintenance basis, something to take on a maintenance basis daily, the Probiotic Synergy for most people at 5 billion is going to deliver and be phenomenal. Okay, so a couple of just keys here. Probiotics, yes, get them from your diet, but also when you do probiotic supplementation, remember those 3 keys, okay? Okay, next on the list, number 4 here, curcumin. So curcumin is an extract from the root turmeric. So basically we take these curcuminoids out of the plant, out of the root, and they extract them and package them, and then we put them into a supplement for a high potency delivery, because it's the curcuminoids that have been studied to be shown effective at especially inflammation. They're an anti-inflammatory at a very high level. There are actually studies that show a very comparative effect of the right curcumin delivered with the right delivery system, which I'll highlight in a minute, that will actually handle inflammation almost as effectively, sometimes more effectively than even ibuprofen. So a lot of high-level athletes who don't want to end up with the opioid problem, they want to handle pain and inflammation from the contact sports, are turning to curcumin as a fabulous alternative to painkillers, to anti-inflammatory medications, and there's a lot of benefit to that. Even systemically, when we talk inflammation and other inflammatory conditions, this is a phenomenal product. So when we talk about curcumin, I want to highlight one that you see on the screen right there, and that is the Curcum Evail from Designs for Health. Now, this particular product and why I like it so much is because its delivery system. When I say delivery system, I mean the agent that allows it, that's in the supplement that allows it to be absorbed, is super effective, and it's actually very targeted. Many of the even really good top-of-the-line curcumin supplements out there use a black pepper as the component that will help open up the cell and help deliver the curcuminoids. However, the problem with black pepper, as you'll see in many research studies, is that it actually opens up everything. So while everything's open for delivery, yeah, that's good for the curcuminoids, but other things can then get into the cell too. So we want to have a more targeted approach, and that's what I love about their delivery system that they've combined here. It is a proprietary delivery system that only targets and allows the curcuminoids to enter. So powerful in its effect. But the idea here is very simple. Inflammation, it's like a fire. So think of a fire that's burning. We need to put the fire out. Curcumin does that, and it does that on a phenomenal level. So Curcum Evail, can't say enough about that. This is a very special application, not something that necessarily you would need on an ongoing like maintenance basis, daily basis. However, people with inflammatory conditions where they have a lot of pain or inflammation, people with other systemic inflammation that's going on, or who have maybe had a diet for a long time that's driven inflammation, this is a great alternative, super safe and effective. Okay, now number 5 here, Arthroben. One of the most exciting supplements I've ever seen, because it's not technically a supplement, it's actually classified as a medical food. Now, what makes it a medical food is the fact that claims can be made about its effects. So when you look at supplements, while there's a lot of research and things that show and support the support they offer for your health, claims can't be made, which is why there's always the little asterisk, which these statements have not been proven by the FDA, la-di-da-di-da. Now, with a medical food, the studies have been done in a fashion that has allowed them to gain a special certification, a special delineation called medical food, meaning they can make the claim. It works. So Arthroben, one of my most favorite products as far as medical foods go, because it is proven as a regenerative supplement. So we're not just fighting inflammation that exists or treating things or conditions that showed up. Okay, we're talking about regenerating tissue, giving support to regenerate specifically cartilage. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Arthroben here. It's a medical food, it's a powder. Basically what you're talking about here are collagen peptides, and it's very specific how this one was formulated and tested. It is effective at regeneration of cartilage, the studies that were done in the knee. Now there's plenty of research to show that the support of these collagen peptides can be beneficial for other areas of cartilage in your body, other joints. However, what was found was phenomenal. I believe the statistic on the success rate of this, it's over 75%, maybe even into the 80s of people who begin consuming the supplement and see a benefit when we talk about cartilage regeneration. So check this one out. The best way to dose this one and take it if you've got knee pain, hip pain, all of those things due to cartilage that's starting to thin, the joint space is starting to wear out. Best way to support that is you take a double dose for 2 weeks, so you'll literally consume this whole jug in 2 weeks. Then behind that you'll go single dose, and each one of these will last you a month. And if you commit to 3.5 months of this protocol, I have yet to put a patient on it who hasn't seen the results, hasn't felt the results. So very powerful medical food. We'll put a little link to the tech sheet, actually any tech sheets we can on all of our supplements today. All right, so that wraps it up with my top 5 supplements. So again, in review, vitamin D3, so important for your immune system and many other things. Get your vitamin D level tested if you don't know what it is. It's a simple blood test you can get from your doctor. If you want me to run it for you, we can do that in the clinic. Just make sure you get that tested. Again, you want to shoot for 60 to 80. That's the range you want to be in. Ignore what it says on the lab test. As normal. The Vitamin D Council has now shown 60 to 80 is ideal. When we look at omegas, make sure that, yes, if it's an ongoing thing and you want to make sure you have that balance, that you're getting the right ratios of all the omegas, right? The 3, the 6, the 9, etc. But delivering the right omegas, especially 3s to kids, couldn't be easier with the smoothie. Third here, probiotics. Getting the right ones. Remember those top 3 things that I covered on how to actually have a probiotic that works in your body, what it's got to do and how it's got to survive. Number 4, curcumin, anti-inflammatory extraordinaire. This thing is phenomenal at doing many things for you and your body when we talk about inflammation. And last, Arthroben. That right there from a regenerative standpoint is a cutting-edge supplement that can change your life when we talk about medical foods. So that's really all we've got today. So I thank you guys for tuning in to the top 5 supplements.